family. It's Dr. Pyant, Mindset for Freedom. How are you? Listen, everybody that I talk to is excited about tomorrow. My kids said yesterday they can't wait for tomorrow. They can't wait to eat. I just want to eat and eat and eat. That's what tomorrow's all about. Not just eating, but being grateful and being thankful that we can be with family and friends and just enjoy that good time with that good food that we're all looking forward to having tomorrow. So I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes tonight. Uh, you know, this is a tight subject because I want to talk to you about the disconnect. Because for some people, there's a disconnect. What do you mean, Dr. Pyan? For some people, there's a disconnect unknowingly, between your spirituality and your religion. Okay? Now, people that are, I'm talking to my church family, those of us that are in church, religion is the practice and a culture or a custom of a way that we have in life. And spirituality, this is how I define things, is your connection with the source, with the creator, with God. So, but I see in this life, for some people, that there's a disconnect with your mind and God, spirituality. What do you mean? See, your mind, remember I said you're not your mind, you have a mind? Your mind is a tool that's given to us to navigate this earth. You need your mind. You need your mind. But you need to know how to work it. Because if you don't know how to work your thought process, your emotions, you will get into some deep stuff. Your emotions will be out of control and you will be out of control. Your thoughts will send you to places and to do things that will cause you to feel not enough, to feel not worthy, to feel not grateful. These thoughts that you concoct up that are coming from your subconscious mind of habits and your subconscious mind of pain and beliefs and those patterns that a lot of us still have not worked on. A lot of us have not worked on that childhood trauma. You listen to me. You have got to deal with this thing. I don't care, and I'm saying it like that because I'm just talking to you, family. I don't care how religious you are. I don't care how spiritual you are. If you don't work on that trauma, that thing from your childhood that has happened to you or has happened to you as an adult, whatever that trauma was, I began talking to you before about different levels of trauma, but trauma is trauma and we all have it. But you have got to work on it. You've got to get in touch with it again. You've got to deal with it. And you've got to make your peace and you've got to let it go. Because if you don't, it's coming back to you. It is coming back at you. It's coming back at you. This is how things happen. This is what I'm saying is the disconnect. And if something happens to you and you go into a state of depression or a state of anxiety and that childhood trauma thing has not been resolved, that is the first thing because it's all negative. Remember, everything is energy. So it's going to connect to that portal. You follow what I'm saying? It's going to connect to that portal. And no matter how religious you are, no matter what you practice, you pray 3 times a day. If you are not connected spiritually with your mind, when that thing comes at you, you are not going to be able to deal with it. It is going to come to take you mentally to a dark place. And when you can't navigate your mind, there's trouble in paradise. There's trouble, family. There's trouble. Because your mind is a tool and you need to be able to navigate it. And when that dark thing comes upon you, when that trauma comes, when that incident comes, when that thing comes at you in life, because life is going to happen to us all, what are you going to do? When it comes at you and you don't understand why you're being so nasty, why you're being so grumpy, why you don't want to be bothered, why you are not attached, why you want to be alone. There's something in your childhood, there's something in your life that hasn't been dealt with. Listen to me, family. You got to deal with this thing. Because if you don't, you won't be able to live your best life. You won't be able to live your best life. But listen, I'm walking and this man is washing his car. So I'm going to try to speed up a little bit so that we don't have to have all of that background noise. You know, I can't tell the man to turn off his machine. You know, hello somebody. But if you don't deal with it, it's coming for you. So that's why I said there's a disconnect. And sometimes it's unconsciously that there's a disconnect with us between our spirituality, the source, God. What do you say God is? How do you see God? How do you see the Creator? Outside of religion. Yeah, you're grateful, you jump, you shout, you praise God, you keep all of the feast days, you keep the law, you go on Sunday, you do whatever you do. I got that. But what do you say God is? What is God to you? And where is He? And how do you connect to that on a daily basis? On a daily basis. Can you tell a child? Can you tell a child how to connect to God? Can you tell that to a child, to a 5 or a 6-year-old? Sit down and map that out. What is God? Where is God? How do we connect to God? Because God, family, is a presence that's never an absence. And I want you to get this. God is a presence that's never an absence. And God is in you. It is never absent from you. But the one thing you can be assured of, because it's never absent, that all you have to do is call on it. You've got to call on the presence of the Lord, but you got to want it. You got to believe that there's a presence in you. That's first. First, you got to believe. If thou can believe, all things are possible. You got to believe that there's a presence that's activated, that's active in you, that's active in me, that will come because of love. And that presence is love. That presence is not judgmental. And you've got to ask the presence to help you. You've got to connect. And the way that I connect, I told you before, is breathing. Breath work is one of my mindfulness practices that I embrace. So you breathe. You breathe so that you can calm down that mind, so that you can get that parasympathetic mind online. So you breathe and you let your belly fill up. And you use your mind. This is where you use your mind, your imagination. Connect with the presence that's inside, that's everywhere, that's never an absence. And ask God to send light and to send love. And say to yourself, I have an abundance of life. I have an abundance of love. All of my needs are met. I am healthy, but I want you to trust God enough to listen to your teachers, to those God has sent into your life, to have somebody to help you to connect with that trauma and to resolve it. But you need to deepen your relationship with the presence. Who and what do you say God is? And what is your relationship with God? See, God is not a man. He doesn't turn on and off. God just is. And God is not a Santa Claus or a sugar daddy. God is love. Unconditional love. And you think about these things. And I want you to deepen your awareness with your connection to God, so that when trouble comes in your mind, you can breathe and you can say, Father, send your help. Send your angels. Connect me to you so that I will make the right choices. Give me your strength. Give me your wisdom. Give me that power. Guide me, lead me, and guide me. And here's what I have to say at the end of this. Ask God to let your eyes see what they need to see, ears hear what they need to hear, and your heart to perceive what it needs to perceive. So I want you to check out your connection. Hey, I hope you enjoyed listening. I certainly enjoyed sharing with you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday, and we'll talk again soon. Listen, share your comments. Thank you for them. Thank you for your likes. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to, you can book a call with me. If you're ready for transformation on whatever level, but I'm telling you from my heart, you've got to deal with your past trauma. Because if not, these things that are happening, I don't care what they are, they're coming. And it's going to connect to that portal. And you're not going to really know what it is. But because of my work, I know what it is. And I can help you. So this is your girl. This is your doctor. This is your friend. Connect with me. Let's see if we're a vibrational match. Find my website. And I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, be well. Shalom.